Welcome to Caveman Learning. My name is Gene, and today I'm going to demo on sharing a Google Drive folder with a Google Sites website or even a regular website like WordPress or something like that. All right, stay tuned. It's going to be a short video. We've got a Google Drive where I've got two folders. One folder is where I've stored the Google website that we're going to be using. And then this is a folder that I created that's just got a couple of objects in it, one document and another folder in it. So we're going to share this entire folder. This first demo is going to be on sharing the folder with a Google Sites folder. So coming up here, so this is the Google site that I've been using last couple of videos. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to select this section right here. I'm going to come over here to the right and click Google Drive. Now that's going to pop open a nice little wizard asking us which folder do we want to share. So I'm going to click on this folder here that I've created. So I'm going to then click Insert down at the bottom. Now this pop-up is what the default is expected. So here's the name of the folder, and this is what access that the public will have when they come to your site. I can't imagine anybody needing to use editor, giving everybody access to editor. So viewer, I think is probably the default, unless you got some sort of reason to let people make comments. Uh, I guess that's available too. But for the most part, I think 99% people will be using viewer. So viewer is exactly what it sounds, and it doesn't give anybody edit access to your folder or any of the objects within. So I'm going to hit share. So here's our folder, the folder that's within the subfolder as well as the document. So if we come back over here and we go into share this folder, we'll see both objects are exactly what the website shows. All right. So at this point, I'm going to publish. If I want to, I can scroll down, make sure that the changes are there. Yep. Hit publish. All right. So now I've already got the website open on another tab. So I'm going to refresh. It'll probably take it 2 or 3 times for it to reset. Oh, this one came in rather quick. So here's our folder. Now, to verify that this folder is public to everyone and not just me as the author, we're going to test this out in a private window. All right, so we're going to right click, copy, and we're going to come over here and we're going to open a new private window. Of course, that opened up in my other screen. So now I'm going to paste the URL, press enter. All right, so now I am in a private window that removes uh, all the profile where I was logged in. And so you can see I am still, I can still see, but if I try to like edit, I can't edit anything. They do give me a button to request edit access, but that doesn't give me anything. All right, so our other option is sharing it with a website, a general website, not Google Sites. Now, the only problem with that is that we don't have any way of getting this nice little object here over into another site. The only thing we can do is share, embed a link. So if I come back over here And so here's another way to get to the link. You can pull this little arrow down next to the name of the folder at the top. We're going to share. But now I've already created uh, the permissions, or more importantly, Google Sites has modified the permissions to include viewer. That's how this works. So now we could turn around and copy the link going to this folder. Now what will end up happening is that it's basically just a hyperlink, and it's a hyperlink to Google Drive. So we can see that's what that is, right? It's just a hyperlink that I pasted up here in the URL. So when you're pasting onto another website, and we can actually demo that here as well. How you're going to do that, though, is through a text box. And so we're going to say link to Drive. Most web editors have functionality very similar to this. So you would type the name of your link, click an icon like this one, insert link. And at this point, we're going to paste and apply. Now, this editor doesn't give me the option to force the user to open up another tab. All right, so we're going to publish again. I come up here, refresh my screen. And here's the link to our drive. So now what I can do, I can click that link. Now it does open it up in another tab by default. So that's a good thing, because I believe that anytime you send somebody to another site that's not your own website, then you should have them open that up into another tab. Usually there's an option when you do the hyperlink, but Google Sites doesn't give me the option to do that. So it's good that it does that by default. All right, so it opened up in another tab, but now let's try it in a private window. I see the same thing. So this was a good test. Now again, sometimes it may ask you to go ahead and log in with a Google account, but it should still allow you to do that. It's just in a private window. It's not gonna know that I even have a Google account. So I close that out. If you didn't catch it, I right click on the hyperlink, and I've got an option to open a new window or new private window. I am on a Mac. On Windows is going to be very, very similar. All right, so okay, so the last thing I'm going to show is how you can share with friends or families or coworkers, and uh, others who you want to allow to do editing within the folder that you're putting on the website. Now, that comes with a couple of gotchas. They will be able to edit, don't get me wrong. So here's so I'm the author of this, right? If I wanted to add somebody else, it's really not it's very easy. So I would click on the share button, and then I would add, and help if I remembered the right email address. That there I had found it. All right, so If I did this and I gave them editing access, that would send them a message, obviously, unless I uncheck that. That would send them a message, and then they would get the ability to edit. Now, that's great, but that's from within here. When you go out to the website where you share this, the website is going to treat this object as just a list. So if you click on anything, it's going to open up inside of my Google Drive, and your authentication or your editing rights will be resolved there. So, this is really just a list of objects that are coming from the Google Drive. So that concludes the demo. If you've got any questions or comments or additional suggestions, throw them down in the comments. Uh, Otherwise, have a good day, and we'll see you next week for another video. All right, bye.